Alright, let's get it, chat room. Oh, they're all fucking the wrong characters. Let me go fix them real quick. My bad. Okay, we're back, I think. Yeah, we should be back. Alright, let's do this. Greetings and salutations.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome, everybody, to the next exciting episode of The Dark Sermon, Hail Mary. A transitionary episode, to say the least. Sorry we got started so late. That's my bad. Had some technical issues. Had some other things come up. Why is Holden here? I fixed him. I go fix Holden again.
Fix him. Put him in his place.
He should not be here.
You gotta know when to hold him. Know when to fold him.
Oh my god.
Know when to walk away. Look, I can be him for this episode. I don't know how I got in the middle of nowhere surrounded by churches, but...
He says, the mines.
I will play my evil card. Holden. Time to die, heroes. Alright, who wants to hit me with the recap?
I got it. Sundown. The Drunken Witness Tavern, outskirts of the Pale City. Our party stepped outside the tavern to discuss our encounter with the traitor priest Calliston and the leader of the SCTC, who intend to trade my brother like some sort of product. With Farron's information gathering, we deduced Hill is under some sort of spell and not actually here of his free volition. The party split to gather supplies and more information, some of us selling expensive items for a pittance, and others causing a ruckus in the tavern. They deserved it, but perhaps me starting a bar fight over their loose tongues wasn't the wisest course of action. I'll do better. Gideon gathered the attention of a new companion, a dwarf, Galdrin Greyspine, who despises the slaver activities of the SCTC and is willing to lend a hand to recover my brother, but would very much like to free the rest of their inventory as well. As we were discussing this, a very serious and familiar shadow darkened our table, as none other than Flo Reiteman appeared, of all people. Hands raised, though, in a gesture of peace. After assuring us that he was here to join us as a friend, and after repeatedly exhausted what limited information he seemed to have for us about why he was here and who sent him, Inquisitor Cast, apparently. Suspicious. I think we all are. We chose to allow him to join us, though. All of us are certainly suspicious of him and his motives, and after our previous experiences with the man, who could blame us? As for myself, though, I've chosen to extend my trust. The idea of sleeping with one eye open or constantly watching my back wearies me, and when it comes down to it, we need more hands for what we're to do. Maybe the presence of these newcomers is a blessing of Pantheria, doing what she can in her limited state. I'll take whatever stalwart help I can get. We bedded down in our rooms, ready to awake early the next morning and hunt our quarry with Galdrin's information on SCTC activities. This time, on the Dark Sermon, Hail Mary.
Alright, inspiration for you, champ.
Thank you.
And indeed, we shall start in the early of the morning.
We are stronger. Mind sharper.
Not yet, I doubt it.
Therian together strong.
Two big men, small rock.
Rock man, small.
Oh, rock man, small.
Aye.
You just sleep in your underwear? Oh, all my other character stuff is gone. I can't match your energy.
I can't do it. It's all gone. There is nothing. All right. So you awaken in the early morning inside of your rooms. As you do so, what does the party do next? The inn is quiet, and the morning has not yet truly begun.
I wake early, hop out of bed, and start doing my calisthenics as I also utter a quiet prayer.
Should we go
Lady of
pick up
Light.
the captain? Sorry.
I know you probably can't hear us. But whatever small blessings we receive, I thank you. And bless us in our further actions as we attempt to free my brother and then hopefully you. And I finish my prayer, continuing my morning katas and calisthenics in the room. Good, Mythos.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait until you finish and just say, "Should we go and meet with the captain and get prepared?" I know
Yes.
morning stretches are important, but I think we are on quite the time crunch this time.
If you... okay, yes, sorry. I can't not now. I've been doing them so long. I'll hop up and go over to the next room over. Oh, perhaps we should let the others know where we're meeting.
I will get them. Mythos will go to the other door.
I will be out in a minute.
We are meeting in the captain's room.
Alright.
It's 3 doors down.
Sounds good, Sonny.
I love that bed.
Well, this is going to be a fun day, isn't it, Flo?
It is indeed going to be a fun day, my brother Galdrin.
Aye. Well, let us day begin, shall we?
We shall. You get up out of bed. Oh, these old bones still ache.
Knock, knock.
He'll bang on your door twice like the cops are trying to break in. It is I, Flo!
And so it begins. Gideon, will you get the door, please?
Sure. Walks over, opens the door.
We're just like stacked. Small, medium, large, very tall. Just a stack.
Closes door on them.
Okay.
I'm not
Galdrin, it seems we're not allowed in the room, brother.
No, I'm pushing through. We're
Hey,
in.
that
Okay,
was rude.
let's do this.
Maybe his depression is taking over.
Oh no.
Who's ready? You guys geared up yet?
I'm ready.
Yes.
I
Mythos is
sleep- I-
always in battle ready position.
I sleep with all my stuff on, mask included.
Ugh, that must smell terrible. I'm sorry, Galdrin. You got stuck with. Never mind. Okay. So
I never smell. Justice is always clean.
I have shared rooms of worse.
very good. I suppose, Captain, if you and Flo would like to lead the way on scouting and following our quarry. Unless you have an alternate solution.
Well, I have apparently been, outvoted, so yes, leading the way seems fine. What are the plans for taking Hill on the road?
Galdrin here had their route and where they tend to meet. We could try and intercept them halfway there and then branch off towards the boat.
Let me clarify. Genevieve, are you expecting us to fight what is most likely an armed convoy, or are you expecting us to try and whisper Hill away?
I suppose you have mentioned before, Captain, that plans are great up until the moment we get there. I suggest we find out as we learn. Try and intercept, see what the situation is. If it seems like it'll be a simple fight, cool. If not, then we'll try and just do it the sneaky way.
Could we not just invoke our power as the Inquisition and just take him?
Do you think that would go well?
Probably not, but it's worth a shot.
I will look around to everybody else and judge what their judgment of this idea is.
It will not go well with the mage that is with Hill, but if it does cause a scene, at least we would have that at our backing, so others don't get involved in a negative connotation. It's not a terrible plan if we plan on doing this here.
By here you mean in the inn?
In and about, yes. I don't think declaring Inquisition out on the road, separated from anyone, would really do anything to aid us.
Captain, did you get the feeling that the SCTC would just let us walk off with my brother and his perceived value?
Most definitely no.
Yes, I didn't think so either. Plus, we have, on the other hand, Galdrin is with us, but mostly because he wants to free other slaves. I feel like we're going to have to find where they are. It would be a disservice to his help to simply ignore them.
Of course. At least with Mr. Flo and Mr. Galdrin here, we have a slightly better chance, because don't forget, the three of you have already given away your position, your interest in Hill. The three of us are still at least unknown quantities.
We can potentially use that, but I think we need to do the intercept, and as we see what the situation is, what we're dealing with, then we can make a quick decision from there, whether a few of us approach and attempt to invoke Inquisition and then have the rest of you pop out of nowhere, or if we try and do something more subtle, or just more aggressive. Who knows? If we just charge a caravan, they're not expecting us. That might go in our favor. We're no pushovers. We've fought aberrations. What can humans be? I think we can handle them.
Depending on the size of the force, yes. If it's too large, we might find ourselves overwhelmed.
Mythos, we have fought undead that were not weak to the light of Our Lady.
Well,
Correct.
We've fought monsters non-stop since Downfrown. Though a lot of you have fought monsters non-stop before. These are people. We can handle people. Come on.
Yes, I was saying, if they're a small enough number, we could probably take on 20, 30 men. But if they have a full entourage, it might not be that simple.
Oh. Raise my eyebrows at 20 or 30, like Mythos is actually insane. Yes. Maybe not that many.
Well, if we do get into a fight, Baron, can I get the key to this collar, just in case?
yeah. The best place for an ambush would be to choose somewhere far enough away from the city that Gideon can be free. I suggest we move out.
I'm gonna
set up a point there.
Glance at our newcomers. Gideon here is a foreigner. I just think you should know, so that there are no major surprises.
Okay, he's not from here.
As you know, foreigners come with an assortment of very strange, unsanctioned abilities that may be more dangerous than they're worth, as I'll glance over at Gideon.
What do you mean by that?
He's not exactly subtle when the collar's off.
Does he transform into some monster? I'm confused what you're getting at.
Yes, he has horrible leathery wings. He looks like a demon, but I assure you, he's not.
Oh, very
Are you pulling my beard here?
I said he's a lizard.
I'm not. I just don't want you to be surprised when the time inevitably comes and Gideon decides to be unsubtle.
Goldrin looks at Gideon. Do you have control when you're in this form, Gideon?
Completely.
Well, that's good for enough for me then.
It is a form granted and blessed to me by my god.
This man literally died for us while in that form and was brought back. I trust him. But he takes a little getting used to look at. Yes, that.
Gideon, you did say god, not goddess. Do not worship Matheria.
Here we go.
In a sense, yes, but before I came here and lost my memory, I did serve another god by the name of Runetheris.
Interesting.
Long story, we can tell it around a campfire. I just didn't want anyone to be overwhelmed or surprised in the middle of combat when it would be important. We need to get going.
Aye, we best get to move on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go. Also, Arcadum, we've been traveling for a few days and then long rested. Is my exposure back down?
Reduced by 1.
By 1, okay.
Yeah, 4 to 1. Or 4 to 3, excuse me.
3. Okay.
Must be nice.
Sounds good. All right. Galdrin, you know where they'll be.
Hey.
What are we helping you re-procure from the SCTC? Are we talking like family heirlooms? What exactly?
Upper slaves, that would be the gist of it.
Oh. So we're saving more than just one person.
Aye, if we can, that would be great, but I understand if this won't work, then fine. If we can only get Hill, then I understand.
If we can do more good than better.
I hope.
Very, very well then.
Well, the more people we have, the better I can keep us under stealth. So
That
if we manage to get a group of them, I can try to make it work.
that literally makes no sense. A larger group of people is harder to in fact hide.
Gideon, it's exactly the same as what I do.
But that just makes no logical sense.
Both of them are good at pointing out ways. They keep us walking in the right places. Don't you see the thing that Farron and Flo have both done? Where they'll motion to certain cover,
I
and then
get
they'll
that.
move ahead, and then they'll signal for us. That's what they're doing. That's what that is. This is a stupid argument. Let's go. And I'll stride out the door.
All things are possible through material, Gideon.
Think of it this way. If you let one of us lead, and then you follow in our footsteps, you will not step on a trap or a twig. And so it doesn't matter how many more are following you. It is the fact that the path has already been laid.
I understand that with a small group of people, yes. But when it comes to like 10 to 15 people, it is hard to hide a group that large.
Arcadum, does the bottom of the inn look any different? These Matharians still drinking and stuff?
Alright, as you guys turn to leave, there's just a couple of Matharians just drinking and just having a good time in there, and give me 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Uno y dos.
Dos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh yes, very good job. Very good.
Yes.
You did it.
Ichi, ni.
21, 22, 23, 24.
Juici, Juni.
All of the languages we're counting in.
I knew a small bit of German once. And then I graduated high school and never used that shit again.
Man, I used to know a lot of Latin, but since I stopped using it, it's gone.
Do 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 do. Yes, I think this will go well. I'm confident.
Yes, but remember, Genevieve,
Are you
you've proven
telling us
yourself
that
to
or
be
yourself?
most foolish when you're confident.
You know, I may be, but I like to think that a person's not defined by their flaws, but how they overcome them. And foolishness is something some of us have to overcome every day, and I try. I'm learning. We're all learning. Maybe not elves, who apparently seem to live nearly forever. You have it all figured out by your 20s?
30, but yes.
I agree with that. Really.
Alright, I'm back, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so, as the party turns to leave, you'll see that there are Matharians still drink. Oh no, those guys aren't actually still there. They're probably off in their room. Or the stable somewhere. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. The inn is empty. It's very early in the morning. The only other people that are up and about is like some random old man who makes the coffee. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that guy? The guy who's like,
Yeah.
I wake
Yeah.
up early to deny death its chance to take me in my sleep. You know
Where,
what I mean?
where is the old man, Arcadum?
I don't know that guy at all.
You'll never fucking catch me, Death.
Where's the old guy in the inn? Is he down here? Is he
Yeah,
upstairs?
he's downstairs behind the bar. He's just making the coffee.
All right. Can I marshal check the old guy?
Sure.
He will kick your ass.
Coffee gives him double haste.
Unfortunately, Flo, that old man could just be an old man or the most powerful warrior you've ever met. Do you want to take that gamble?
We're all trying to walk out of here, and Flo's like observing the old man with the coffee with such reverence. We're like, come on, man.
What is he?
I can tell you what, he's as strong as my papa. He was a dangerous fellow.
My grandfather is a force, or at least was in his day as well.
He could kill us all if he wanted. I can tell.
I can tell. It's Master Splinter! Alright. As the party turns to leave out into the crisp morning, the sun just barely kissing the horizon. Not like a deep, incestuous kiss, but like a little peck, a little something to get you started. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm describing the sky like that. Anyway.
Wonderful.
It's the tiniest little sousant of light, speckled across the sky. Alright.
Is the sun trying to fuck?
Galdrin.
It can have me.
What? So much shit just happened. Wow. Anyway, Galdrin. You know the movements of the SETC. You know that they have a counting house nearby. Counting houses are just warehouses where they keep product to track its transportation to the various parts of Corvanus to ensure that nothing is lost. You know that there is one nearby. It is probably where they are keeping the slaves, as it is the only place large enough in order to house them. And the added fact of the increased security outside of it tells you that perhaps other cargo may also be stored there. So you walk for approximately an hour to the east, and there you see it. Made to look like an old barn on the edge and the outside of just off the road, with the backdrop of the Pale City, is the warehouse. You can see even from this distance the sign of the SETC across its southern wall, facing towards you. That means it's on your left.
So?
How many men do we see patrolling around the warehouse?
Marshal check.
Are they aberrations, Arcadum?
What?
No.
Favorite foe.
Would I happen to have advantage?
No, I happen to have an advantage, son.
What a way to actually know if they are or not is, I have advantage, that must mean they're aberrations. Nice one.
I feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my
bones.
What's in the warehouse?
What's in the warehouse?
What's in the bag, Theron?
Let me ask you again. What's in the bag?
Okay. As you guys take a little ganderino, what you see is that there are several guards, but they appear to be mercenaries from Iceflow, of all things. The mercenaries are not of any of the branded or recognized mercenary companies. Probably just simple swords for hire. They don't look that imposing at all. There's a lot of them, but not really. You don't think they're that dangerous, really. More of a show of force than an actual forced hand. You do see that mixed among their number are a few SCTC officers, but they also don't seem that imposing. Officers on the mercantile side, not on the combat side. Furthermore, you can see that these individuals are in the midst of a guard change. The crisp early morning, sending some to bed and bringing others to awaken. If there was ever a time to strike, it would be now.
What of Hill? Is he on his way here, you think? Is that what we could estimate?
Galdrin believes that Hill is probably already here. Transportation of the cargo has already been requisitioned. Most likely, whoever that priest is currently expected to get paid on this day.
So he's probably in there as well.
Possible.
Well, okay. Shall we attempt to get as close as we can unseen? And then,
I got you.
take them out.
Are we gonna knock them out, or are we just gonna tell them to fuck off? We're the Inquisition, and we're here to transport the.
They have my brother. I don't care.
Like, I'm just asking what we're doing.
I don't think that's the play that we lead with. If we get questioned on the inside, then we say, well, we're the group that has been assigned to escort him where he needs to go. But I doubt leading with that will work.
And we may not have to speak with them at all if we're able to get in and get out quietly enough.
Very well.
Lead us in for the
Sneaking
sneaking.
in.
All
Lead
right,
us in for
before
the
we
sneaking.
begin, let me make sure we are all stealth-like now.
Roll some stealth, please.
Okay, I have expertise, so do I get to roll it at advantage?
No, you get to roll with the enhanced bonus, which should already be added. It is an advanced check, so you just roll normal.
Could
Quick
very
question.
well
Yeah.
We've walked for an hour. Are we outside the limit of the spires? The towers, whatever they are in the city?
You're on the edge.
be the razor's edge.
How many of us? There's 6 of us, right?
Yes.
Yes, counting you.
Which means you get a +5.
I include myself, so that's
You
6.
do? Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I am my own ally.
You don't?
No,
I
you
never
don't
have.
include yourself.
no,
in
no,
this.
no, no. That stealth check is only others.
Okay, cool. So 5, then +7, so plus 12.
Just roll the stealth check on your sheet, buddy.
And then plus.
Well, I have to do a situational bonus because I have free elf, and then I have to add the party bonus.
Oh,
So it's a +9, +12, so I'm rolling with a +21.
good golly. All right.
Damn.
Well, okay. The party approaches, more or less unseen. They move just along the side of the road, through the brush, and through the edge of some copse of trees, but then they come to a point in which there is no cover. At this point, as you approach without any cover, you'll be unable to stealth. It seems that such a thing was designed that way, as the warehouse has had all of the trees cleared away and the high grass. The lawn is well manicured, not only to look nice, but also to provide a stable perimeter in which to guard and hold. You can see that there are quite a few of these mercenaries walking in patrol, and some have even set up camp on the lawn.
Well, I suppose this is the closest we can make through stealth.
Use that way.
Now's the time to choose. Are we talking with words or with weapons?
Talking with words will result in two things. One, either we'll manage to convince them that we're here to simply walk away with their product, or we'll be here to bargain and buy it, which I don't think we have the funds for, nor am I willing to pay. Personally, I'm in camp, run in there, kick their door down, and burn the place down after we get everyone out. What say the rest of you?
Well, burning it down might be a little bit overkill, but yes, it might be better to just force our hand. If we can get in, create some chaos, maybe release some of the slaves that Goldrin had mentioned was in there, we can find our way to Hill, and the chaos of us being in there and the people we were able to release will distract them on two fronts. So even if they wanted to fight, they wouldn't be able to send their full forces after us if they wanted to try and keep any of their cargo.
And the slaves might be willing to fight for their own freedom, so we might have additional forces if it comes down to it.
That would just get them killed.
So you just want to fight our way through.
I think it would be... It's what we're good at, Gideon. Let's face it.
I think you're forgetting that we also had several members of leadership with us during the last few fights, Genevieve.
You think they're the reason for our success? I don't. They were incredibly helpful. But these are... They're guys. They're simple mercenaries. We can handle simple mercenaries.
So you wish to kill them all?
I mean, you beat my ass pretty good, I have to say, so...
You're not dead. And you're also very weak.
I'm not saying we have to kill them, we could just knock them unconscious.
Captain, are you uncomfortable about the idea of fighting simple mercenaries? Is it because of how I found you all on the road?
No, of course not. This is simply because we do not have a mission that requires us to fight them. This is a personal project, I suppose you could call it. And when it comes right down to it, supposedly the SCTC is an ally of the church.
They're an ally of anyone who has coin.
Yes.
The church has a lot of coin. That doesn't make them loyal.
They're also not outright apostates.
Well, if what Goldrin's saying, they're slavers, that's...
Detestable, yes.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have time to debate. We need to make a decision before the changing of the guard is complete.
Do we want to catch them by surprise by kicking the door down, or do we want to walk in, blow our cover, and then have to fight on the back foot? Because it'll probably happen, knowing us.
It would probably be better to go now.
Make me perception checks.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh, wrong one.
Basic or advanced?
I'm halfling.
These are
It's-
basic.
It's foolish both ways.
Advantage. Or no, normal. Never mind.
All right. Well, whilst you're discussing what to do next, you will see something you did not quite expect. There is a sound of a whistling axe through the air as one of the mercenaries in the encampment has an axe appear in the front of his face. He gurgles and is unable to scream as he falls backwards. Another one of the mercenaries turns to look upon his friend, startled, as an axe joins his face. And then you will see shadows begin to slink through the barely pallid morning light. They bear the markings of colors across their face. A pale purple and gold and red ties mark them as they move forward. The colors they are wearing are quite familiar to some of you.
Well, red and gold.
Purple, red, and gold?
I think now's our time to go. They're under attack, obviously. We should make our move now.
I suppose we push in.
Yes,
Aye,
now
better
and
now than
then.
never.
Okay, as you start to move in, following this bit of serendipity, you will see that several of the mercenaries have been taken out as you move up through the encampment. Whoever is doing this is swift and efficient. You come up towards the door, which has already been cracked and lockpicked. and inside you can hear the sounds of grunts and yells.
They're stealing our glory. Get in there, come on, let's go.
That is not the
We're not
point
here
of
for
this
that.
I'm
endeavor.
running in.
Okay,
We're here.
as you breach through the doorway, this is what you see. Give me just a second. I have to set a bunch of tokens down to set the scene.
I see wood.
Hold on, I gotta put on my helmet.
Lots of
There we
wood.
go.
And blood now.
Blood.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blur, 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 blur,
I
blur.
don't say blah blah blah.
I can see. I can fight.
This very calming siege break music, yes.
Yes, the very calming siege music. It feels like the music from Pirates of the
that,
Caribbean while their ship's being blown apart.
You know that animation for Team Fortress about the flamethrower guy, the pyro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like in his head he's just like watering flowers and looking at birds.
Do you believe in magic?
Yes.
In a young girl's heart.
Yo, that was great.
Just the Japanese girl music as the Doomslayer is murdering demons.
Heck yeah.
It begins.
Okay. As you move up, pressing your way through the doors, inside you see this. Leave you guys out for a bit.
This
You
music
see?
makes me think Brass Baron.
You see this scene unveiled before you.
Ah.
Oh.
As you see this SCTC coin counter being held up by the scruff of his neck by someone that some of you find familiar. Miss Slaughter of the Crown Thieves holds him up by his neck as he gurgles out a response. You can see Tylan standing behind her, as in the background, Weef and Calith seem to be investigating the area.
Ah, well.
As you open the door, Jenny bursting in, that is, they will turn and look to the south. Tylan will step forward. Keep interrogating him. He will then call out, "Well, this is a turn of events."
Oh, the Crown Thieves. Hello.
Hello yourself. So, I don't mean to be rude, but we're kind of in the middle of something.
I see. May I ask your business, as I also have business here, and you simply beat me to it by, apparently, 5 minutes.
Well, you know what they say about the early bird and all.
Hmm.
Worms and all that.
Yes.
My business is with the SCTC. What's your business here, Matharian?
My business was with the SCTC, apparently. I'm here for my brother. Small. Ginger. Blue eyes. Halfling.
You'll kind of look around. Hey, Weef. Yes? Did we see any halflings when we came through here? No, sir, no halflings at all. At least I don't think so. Nope.
You mind if I poke around?
I do mind, actually. This hall's ours, you see.
You can keep the hall, we just want the halfling.
He'll kind of stroke his chin a little bit. Why do you want the halfling?
He's my brother. He's been kidnapped, apparently, for over a year. I've come to rescue him.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, They'll kind of go back and forth. Kind of not inclined to help you, as, you know, what happened last time.
Last time, I wasn't involved. I assure you that whatever attempt of word exchange that you may have had last time with my compatriots...
Oh, I wasn't speaking about you, obviously. But you're with them, so...
Yes, well,
their
I'm doing the
problems come to
talking
your
this time.
problems.
Yes, I'm doing the talking this time. I fear you'll have to apologize for mistaking their words for mine.
So they don't want to save your brother.
They're here with me. They're here to help me save my brother. You've apparently saved me a great deal of work.
Oh, that's true.
If he's here, that is.
Well, I think that if he's here, me and my crew are gonna have to ask for some compensation, since we did the work for you.
If he's here. Mind if we poke around? And then we can discuss business.
You and your Mitharian lot can stay right there. And if we find him, we'll let you know. Keep searching. We don't have time. They start to spread out, search the area. If you want, I can get him to speak. I don't kill him, Slaughter. Fuck. Alright, here, you little silver pissant. You're gonna tell us where the jewels are. We don't have any jewels. Oh, did you hear that, Miss Slaughter? No jewels at all. You want to tell me where you got that ring? It was a gift from my mother. Oh, your mother. Oh, that's nice. He takes the ring off his finger and puts it into his pocket. No jewels, huh? Care to explain this? And he'll offer this piece of parchment towards him. What does this say? And he'll look down. 14 black onyx jewels. Those aren't actual jewels. Oh, really? And what are they supposed to be? Not jewels. Miss Slaughter will break his nose. They're people. They're people. People? Weef will then come walking back. Excuse me? They're on Volti! They're on Volti!
Oh, that man's dead.
Weef will walk forward, ready to kill this man. Tyler will hold up a hand. Steady, steady, old friend, steady. Explain yourself. What? I just deal with the cargo and make sure it gets where it's going. Oh, really? So you're just a part of the what? You know, I'm half inclined to let old Weef over here have you. You know he's on Vonti, right? Yeah, I'm on Vonti. What are you gonna do? You gonna sell me, huh? You little pissant! Calm down there, friend. We need him alive for now. So where's the gold? There's no gold. Why does your manifest say that it is? Gold is in reference to something else. It says here, 12 cubics of gold. That's weight. Means the halfling. Lantern Bridge, get over here.
I'll stride up. So, found him yet? Hello? Oh.
He will then offer this parchment. This silver skint over here says that the gold on this list is supposed to be your brother.
I see.
And apparently all the jewels that we thought we were going to get are all people.
Well, it appears if you're here looking for treasure, You may have wasted your time. That's terribly terrible.
Fucking shit, man. Cast, get over here. Yes, my command. Oh, great!
Hello, Mr. Cast.
Stares daggers over here. Unfortunately, Tyler. It's Tylan, sorry. There is... Well, I could not find any treasure, just, well, rope, oils, things like that. You're telling me that there's not a bit of treasure here? Just people? Yeah. He'll look down at Ginny. Weef, Cast, watch the perimeter. I've got some discussing to do. They'll both nod.
Your people are incredibly efficient, it seems.
Slaughter, do your thing. Alright, and Miss Slaughter will start smashing this man into the ground. I've told you everything I know! I know. And
I'm gonna step out of the splash zone.
And just keeps pile driving this dude into the ground. Tylan will then walk over with Ginny. He will then say, so it looks like we're in a bit of a, well, a stick, as it were. We were hoping for some payment. And here we are, they got nothing. We might be able to find some payroll for the guards, but they're not going to be worth much, as you can see.
Unfortunate.
And it seems that what you told me was true. Now, we might be thieves, but we ain't slavers.
That's mighty respectable of you.
So the way that I see it, this goes one of two ways. We let the slaves go, and then they get killed by all the SETC, or get hunted down. Or we take them with us. Thing is, I'm not really going to be able to convince the rest of them to do that without proper payment. So, unfortunately, unless you got some money or know where we can find some, don't really see a way that we're going to be able to get them out of here without them just dying anyway.
How much do you estimate you would need? I'm personally a little short on cash.
Well, winter's coming. Not going to be a lot of travel for a while, so me and the boys need to hole up for the winter. I was hoping to get at least 2,000, maybe 3,000 gold out this venture.
1,000?
Aye, it was supposed to be a quick shot.
That's a wild amount.
Well, It's the SCTC. They're loaded, or at least they normally are.
That man over there doesn't have anything on him?
And they might have a few gold, they're not going to have what we need.
I see. Well, I don't think. Let me discuss with my party for a moment.
Sure thing. You'll see that Tylan kind of moves his eye over Galdrin for a moment. And then he'll call out in Dwarvish. Stone Son, what's your clan?
Back in Dwarvish, Grey Spine.
Grey Spine, huh? Raised by the Yolans myself. What brings a slayer out this way? Why you running with these Matharians? He speaks in Dwarvish.
Returning in Dwarvish. I'm with them for the sake of absolute disdain on the SETC, as it were. I've grown tired of the actions of the slaving they've been doing, and I thought to myself, maybe my axe is best suited to their neck.
I see. Rock and Stone. I'll give you a quick salute as it goes to rejoin his people.
Rock and stone indeed.
I imagine that was productive conversation.
Aye. Interesting, to say the least.
Relevant, you think?
Aye.
Well,
He's seen me, he knows me. In a way, I guess. But
see.
nonetheless.
As it stands, they were looking for treasure and found none, and I'll kind of relay the information about how much they're expecting. I know that we are rather strapped for funds, and we kind of need the funds that we need for the future of our mission. There's two options here. We can find an alternative, or we can take the place from them and unfortunately get stuck with a bunch of slaves. I don't think that would be the wisest. They're not really our responsibility. But if we free them, then they kind of are.
Well, couldn't they just take Hill back to the city and your dad could pay them for their services?
They're the crown thieves, Gideon. They're not going back to the city. They're disgraced Metharians. They'd be recognized on sight. I have dossiers on the lot of them.
You were looking for somewhere to put your brother while we were out on our mission.
Are you suggesting I leave him with a band of mercenaries? Absolutely not.
Do you have any better options for your brother?
That's not the concern. I just need to find him so that I can dispel whatever bewitchment he's under, and then we can find him a regular place he can hide out in Dead Man's Flow or something for all I care. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself, but not in his current state.
Well, is he even here?
We don't know. Here's the major concern, right? There's a lot of slaves. They're going to have to go somewhere. The crown thieves are willing to host them, but they need funds to do so.
How much?
Thousands.
My
2 to
God,
3.
it's... I don't know about y'all, but I don't got that much cash on hand.
No, me
Looks at
neither.
wallet, it's empty.
What is cash?
Gold, Gideon.
What?
Sorry, it's a Corvin term.
It's halfling.
Yeah, it's halfling for money.
Basically.
He's not a half.
If the information Goldrin gave us earlier, when he said that Hill was probably already here, he mentioned that the man that had him captor would probably be waiting for his payment. Would that not mean there is payment of some sort coming along this way?
Probably
Maybe if
hiding
you shared
around
that
here.
information with them, they'd be more inclined to stick around and claim their treasure, so to speak, the payment that would go to the man that had kidnapped your brother. And hopefully we can get your brother and get out without much
Yes.
conflict.
That's true. Dang. Well, here's the thing, right? Now I'm thinking above board. If he's here waiting to be paid and there's money coming, do we wait? I think you're onto something, Mythos. I will stride up to Tylan.
Should we go with her?
Tylan, I believe
No.
there's an idea in the works. Would you and your group be willing to smash a few more heads, potentially? You muted?
This letter will drop the corpse of this guy, and we'll turn and we'll say, "Oh yes, please." Now hold on. What kind of heads?
So somewhere in here, probably, or at least soon, will arrive someone who has my brother and was going to sell him to the SCTC. As I see it, this is the only man of some importance, and if he doesn't have any money on him, then he would be waiting for the payment. If you stuck around, and we hid and waited, we could probably take said payment. I get my brother, you get cash, and then we leave. We part ways like estranged bedfellows.
Only bit of a problem is we've kind of made a mess as it is.
Yes, indeed.
Blood everywhere, they're gonna see that.
Yes, they will. Efficient as you are, you're not tidy. I'll give you that. We could. Have your men searched the place in
Who's
its
getting
entirety?
paid? Who's getting paid?
Well, there is, I suspect, a trader priest in the area.
Trader priest.
Yes, I believe his name is Calliston. Yes. Goes by Callie.
Oh boy.
I suspect.
Make me an insight check, Judy.
Okay.
Oh.
You will see a hint of recognition and hatred flash through Tylen's eyes.
Oh, so you know him.
Calliston, huh? Hear that, boys? Calliston's back. You'll see that each of the crown thieves walk over. No way, Calliston! I thought he died! On that ship or whatever! He should have died after what he did. Tylen will nod. We're acquainted. He was one of us once. He was our
Really?
fifth.
That's very interesting. Well, in that case, I imagine that sweetens the deal for you. A chance to get back at an old acquaintance, friend, trader, rival, whatever, what have you.
Aye. But we also know how powerful Calliston is.
Hmm.
And we also know that the captain of the SCTC is in the area, and he's going to have serious guards with him. In fact, I suspect that this gold, at first we thought it was going to be ordered to him, but now that it's a person, well, we're going to keep searching the area. We still haven't checked the cellars. That's where I suspect that the slaves are. Maybe fortune will be on our side, and your brother will be there.
Things being as they are, will you now allow me and my compatriots to search the area as well in earnest? They have a number of skills that I find very useful.
Fine.
Good. I will glance over at the rest of the party and wave them over.
I'll stay and watch the door.
Good idea.
Are we searching out the place?
Yes, please. Sniff them out if you can. If we can find my brother before any nonsense, great. There's a chance that Calliston is here, and if he is, be on your guard. All right.
Okay. As the party begins to search the area, eventually they find the cellar, and within it, they can find. Excuse me. As they open the cellar, inside they will see several Envanti people, strapped and chained to the floor. Weef immediately goes to freeing them.
I will.
Mythos will help
Yeah,
shackle people.
Flo will help Weef free the people.
Okay.
I'm looking specifically for Hill.
I presume you help them, Galdrin.
I will.
Alright. As the party begins to free the Envanti slaves one at a time, shattering their chains, in the very back, you can see, standing in a corner, staring into nothing, a small halfling man. As you walk over to him and turn him to face you, Jenny, your brother, Hill Lanternbridge, will look back onto you with empty eyes. The light and joy that you had often seen there, his mischievous spark, long since faded, like a dull diamond lost of its sheen and polish. He stares straight ahead.
Does he seem to be under the effects of a spell? Is there exposure on him at all?
Make me a Arcana check.
Okay. Untrained?
Yeah. Okay. No. There doesn't appear to be. But there's something definitely wrong with him. Perhaps it is alchemical, or perhaps it is something else. It's not really clear.
As I'm gonna release him. Cut his chains. I'm going to take one potion of purging. So that I can let's see here. I'm gonna reduce my exposure, and then to be sure here, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Alright, as you summon forth magic, you try and temper forth whatever magical afflictions may be on him to dispel them, removing them, stripping the enchantments. Nothing seems to happen. Hill just continues to stare straight forward.
It's worse than I thought. I'm going to kind of walk him. I'm going to put a hand under his armpit and kind of lead him back towards the group.
Okay. Hill Lanternbridge will follow you.
It seems you have... Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I can hear you.
It seems you have found your brother. Good news. Praise be.
Yes, but he's in a terrible state of some kind. I don't understand it. I'll need someone with medical knowledge.
Waif will lead the rest of the Anvanti out, and we'll start to get them some supplies and cover them up. Tylen, whether it be pity or efficiency, he will take a look at Hill and will say, Cast, tell me what you see. Yeah, let's take a look at the boy. Let's see here. Oh. Most likely an alchemical concoction of some kind, not dissimilar to the ones that the Inquisition use. And the eye, specifically. There's something else here. I can't quite put my finger on it, Tylen. But this boy is definitely afflicted. Sickened. Perhaps poisoned would be the better word. And whatever it is, well, it will take a cleric to cure it.
I'm a cleric? What would I have to do?
Well, do you have anything that specializes in dispelling of evil or curses?
Well, let me see. I have Apostate's Bane, and no.
Wait,
I have.
wait. Would this work? Pulls out a potion of remove curse in his hand.
Possibly. What? It's an alchemical source as well.
Please, Galdrin, if it would help.
Hey. I'll try my best. As Galdrin will attempt to feed the remove curse potion to Hill.
He Hill's head back and pour the potion slowly into his mouth, causing him to drink it. Let me just fix.
Yeah. Make him small.
He is small. Alright, as you feed the potion to him, eventually you will see a slight light come back into Hill's eyes.
It's working.
Genevieve?
Hill, are you okay?
I'm tired.
I will hug him. Big sister bear hug.
He'll hug you back.
Do you remember seeing me yesterday?
No. Gideon, you will see that there is a large procession approaching. You can see that there is a carriage bearing the SETC mark and several guards coming towards this place.
Guys, it's time to go. They're coming.
Well, you heard what the watchman said. Everyone gather what you can. Keep those Aunt Vonti from panicking. If they want to live a life of freedom, they're going to have to do what we say. You Matharians can stick with us if you'd like, but we're not sticking around.
I agree. It's probably not the wisest thing to stay here. Hill, are you able to run, you think?
I think so.
Okay, well. We're about to. Long run, come.
Hey,
I'll
what's going
explain
on here?
everything
I'm
later.
just kidding. It's not that.
Imagine. He'd catch a hammer so fast.
Hey, come on now, let's get going.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Shut up. Bonk.
Dunk.
I can steal this away if you want.
Please. The lot of
Okay.
us will be traveling with the, with the
Okay,
ground
Arcadum for this stealth check. How many people am I covering? I see 1, 2,
So
3,
many
4,
of them.
5,
How many
6, 7,
slaves?
8, 9, 10. There's 10. But how many slaves, Arcadum?
Don't worry. Don't worry. You guys get out.
Okay.
We just go.
Go. Well, unlikely bedfellows
I need to
indeed.
know what he rolls with his plus 40. What if he gets a nat 1?
It doesn't matter. It's still a fucking 40.
It's a skill roll. It's an
Plus
ability check.
10
Even
would
the
be
DM cannot see us.
It's an ability
17
check.
plus 14, so plus 30.
All right. With a haste and quickness, you leave behind the storage house, the counting house of the SCTC. You travel as early morning turns into later morning. The sun filling the sky, light coursing down upon the edges of the Pale City. When you come across one of the many barns and stables abandoned by the outskirts due to the chaos in the city, a place for you to catch your breath and to discuss what to do next.
Whew.
And I'll load that up for you.
Nice. Right. All right. As we save everybody loaded.
Yep.
As we get to a safe place and find a barn to settle in and decompress, I'll turn to the party. I want to thank you. I don't know what to say. You all helped me find my brother. It could have been much worse. Strange things happen around us, apparently.
I'm just glad your family is safe. And if that puts your mind at ease, then all the better.
Mostly. I will walk up to Tylen. So, I know that this is going to be complicated. What is your plan exactly?
Sorry, I was muted. Say again?
Oh, sorry, I was asking Tylen what his plan is moving from here.
Tylen will respond, well, we got fuck all out of all of that. And if Callie is back in play, then we're gonna have to be even more careful. If he's the one that was supposed to get paid for your brother, then he's gonna be pissed about it. He always did have the kind of magic that told him where to go and when to attack. No doubt he'll be able to find out it's us. But the difference is that if he ever finds his way back in the Three Kings, he's gonna regret it.
I see. Does someone that powerful, surely isn't going about simply kidnapping people's baby brothers and selling them for slave profit. What's his game, do you think?
Can't really say. In the end there, Callie was going a bit crazy. He kept talking about like blood and something about a stranger or something.
Sounds like the ravings of a madman.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I thought. The last
see.
encounter that we had didn't go so well. Stormed off, saying that he'd not be held back by us simple peasants anymore. We had heard that he had been lost at sea, but apparently that's not the case.
Apparently. Well. Good. Well, I suppose we'll sit here for a little while, wait for the attention to die down, and then move on. I'm afraid, as we didn't stay and fight and take the SCTC for all the gold they were worth, we're both a bit in a shortage of funds.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Well, I figure we'll wait till the noon patrol, and then we'll make our way back south to the Three Kings.
You could at least offer him my idea, Ginny.
Yes, what is that? Well, what do you have, Gideon?
If he would be willing to escort Hill back to the Pale City, I'm sure a grateful father would be pay very handsomely for the return of his missing son.
Oh, Gideon.
I will glance up at Tylen with a almost knowing look. Tylen, tell me, I know you're planning on heading to the Three Kings. How are your feelings on walking straight into the Pale City and speaking to a proctor? Yes, that's what I thought. Glance back at Gideon. No dice.
Yeah.
Predictable.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Indeed.
Especially with the way things are now. I'm not about to get eaten by some monster, that's for sure.
Yes, it's absolute chaos in there. We just came from there. It's crazy. Well,
what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to head down south, go through the Three Kings, probably to Salt Spire. Get these Aunt Vonti some food, jobs, maybe even get them passage to Saphira.
Very noble of you.
Well, they're Weef's people, so it's family.
Yes, but I meant more on your end. You would do this even if it weren't for him, I imagine.
No, probably not. At least
If
not
you
for
say
free.
so. Well, I need to speak to my brother. I imagine we need to discuss what our future direction is as well, but your help is much appreciated, and should we meet in the future... Yes. Okay. Good.
Well emoted.
Good. Just walks away mid pleasantries. Okay. Right. Well, good.
Hey, how you feeling, Hill?
Not super good, I guess. My head
Are you
hurts.
sick? I'll put a hand to his forehead. Are you sick? Are you feeling warm? What's going on?
No, I feel empty.
You mean, lad?
Hungry? Like pull out a ration?
No, not like that. Like hollow.
Well, you've been through quite an ordeal. Here, let's sit over here, and I'll kind of move him over to this hay bale. Here, have a seat. Sit down for a second. Tell me what's been going on. Where have you been? What have you done? You've been gone for a year, probably.
Hill will regale you with all of his stories. All of his journeys from his training as an eye towards his recruitment. How Caliston had came upon him. What you begin to notice, Jenny, is that the more and more that he speaks, the more and more that you're convinced that he has no memory of the last year, possibly even longer than that.
Well, it sounds like quite the adventure. Well, I'm going to tell you this now so that you're not upset later when it comes. I'll try and put it gently, but home is in terrible disarray and has been for some time. I've been away for a year, and you've been away for a year, and there seems to be a lot that you don't remember, but one thing that you have to understand is that my companions and we have someplace to be, and it's very important, and you're young, and your training's not complete, so we probably can't have you come with us, because I would be compromised. I'd be watching out for you the whole time, and I need to carry my own weight as much as I can.
Well, I don't think you would need to. I mean, if they were... Obviously, he has some kind of import of something that makes him powerful in some way, I would imagine. Otherwise, why would he be so valuable to the SCTC and this Caliston?
I have the words, Gideon, that's dumb, he's a little boy, on my lips, but then I turn to him and hesitate. Hill, why would Caliston take you? He had you show the captain of the SCTC your wrists for some reason. What's going on there?
I don't really know. I just know that Caliston told me that Mytheria had spoken to him, and that within me there was an answer to the stranger's riddle. That's all I really know.
The answer to a stranger's riddle. Anyone? Mythos, you're studied. Does this sound like anything?
I don't know. Does it sound like anything?
No.
Doubtful, but okay. No.
Right, well...
Riddle is not something I've heard of.
Hill, can I see your wrists?
He'll look to Jenny.
Yes, please, go ahead and show him. I'm curious as well.
Right, he will offer his wrists.
I
You will see that they are filled with blackened veins, and that the cuts that had appeared earlier have all healed.
What is
I'll
this?
run a finger kind of like tracing the vein a little bit as I inspect it.
As you do so, you can feel a crackle of energy. A pain shoots through your finger.
I'll kind of like recoil a little bit. Well,
You okay?
yeah. An odd sensation. That actually hurt a little bit. Huh.
Okay. Well, Hill, you have a seat in this hay and rest for a little bit. I need to speak to my friends.
Okay.
Do we have time? Because we got to get back to the harbor by noon.
We do. Okay, here's... I have a crazy idea, and Captain, forgive me, attempt to withhold your scoffs as you will probably disapprove. But, do you remember Watcher M's letter, I believe, since you brought it up with Inquisitor Trent?
I don't forget. I have a near-perfect memory, Genevieve.
Well, this is something I suppose I failed to mention during the Dark Lake mission. I was magically contacted by the same Watcher M. He claims to be a friend, and that he could help bring Theria back. How do Galdrin and Flo react to that?
What do you mean?
Wait, what? Theria is dead. She is a goddess, but she died hundreds of years ago.
Yes, I believed that as well, but...
I see you haven't been briefed by Inquisitor Cass, have you?
He didn't tell what your mission was.
Oh, well, suffice to say, there's quite a lot. I will try and put this simply. I feel like I've spent all day thus far doing just that. We have ample evidence to believe that Metheria is not only alive, but imprisoned, and we are on our way to go free her.
I don't mess around with my faith. Hold on, face the wrong way. He'll look down upon you and he'll insight check.
I am a cleric of the light. Do you think I mess around with my faith?
Alright. Arcadum, what do I gain from my natural 20 insight on what she just told me?
I'm 100% truthful in what I believe.
She is not lying to you.
How do you know she's alive?
Enough information and clues and words and feedback from varied conflicting sources that all claim the same thing.
What sources? What information?
People, librarians, foreigners, non-foreigners, foreign gods who bicker and hate each other, and all of them say the same claim.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
I'm giving it. One second. But
So-
I have more to this I would like to get to, so the sooner you get past your disbelief, the better.
No, you know what? Hit me all at once. I'll poach through it as you tell me.
You're not well suited to this, Genevieve.
Oh, would you care to take the reins on this one, Captains? With your near perfect memory? I'll put my notes away.
Oh, no. I'm quite enjoying watching you butcher the entire situation. Please, continue.
I don't have time to be explaining this whole thing. Suffice to say, this is a mission that I am going on. And Captain Farron here is also going on, and Mythos is going on, and Gideon is going on. We happen to be going in the same direction together, whether we respect each other's reasons for it or not. All four of us are believers of this irrefutable fact. I can spend evenings, if you'd like to join us, explaining it to you over the fire. But we don't have the time to explain the full, entire thing right now. We have the boat to catch, but I did want to discuss what the plan was for my brother.
So we're going to save our goddess? Is that my understanding? She's alive, she needs our help? Why does our goddess need our help?
She's chained in the demon wastes. There's more happening on this continent than most people are led to believe.
What has the power to chain our goddess?
Flo, we'll discuss it later. Ginny,
I don't
what are we
actually
doing with
know
your
that
brother?
much. Here's my idea, right? Let's move, and then we can discuss semantics and what we believe later. Watcher M has offered to help save Matheria. I don't know what kind of help he may have, but he has apparently a map. He knows the location, and he knows my brother.
So he already knows
He knows
Hill.
Hill?
No, the other brother.
Oh, the traitor brother. The one who's actually a traitor.
The traitor brother who's working for one of our sources of information, such as we ourselves could be considered in the same camp, as Mr. Flo here well knows.
Flo is brain blasted right now.
I feel
racked with this belief.
Calm
He just told
down,
this man
Mr.
his god
Flo.
is alive.
Calm down, Mr. Flo. We'll address this when the time comes. But my thought is, I could return a message to this Watcher M and see what kind of help he is willing to provide. If he's willing to help us find a way to Matheria, or if he knows exactly her location. We know generally her location, but if he's willing to provide help, I don't know what kind of help he has access to. He might be as lacking in funds as we are, but the offer has been made. I should at least look into it. If the help would be finding a safe place for Hill, I have to say that I find the idea of trusting someone who tried to give me the information that took us so long to finally believe. I trust him more with my brother than I do bandits on the road. Does that seem crazy?
Yes. Your hypocrisy is very amusing.
What's crazy is that you just told me my god's alive. That's not as crazy as that. I mean, that's more understandable. Okay, I will figure this the fuck out as we go. So where are we going? And what is the mission? Who gave it to us? Or you, rather. I'm down to rescue my goddess, obviously.
It's almost...
The mission was
Gave us
sanctified
permission.
by the head Inquisitor, of course. And he gave it to a captain of the Inquisition.
By Trent?
Yes.
Yes. And that is why, while uncouth as it was, we had to make quick decision in quick haste to get out of the city. And in that, we did strike you down momentarily.
That's
To
why
aid
he
us in
gave
doing
you
that.
the time to escape by calling everybody.
Indeed.
The Inquisition does what is needed, Mr. Flo.
You look bothered by something.
Are you fucking kidding me? I have the entire belief of this continent by Matherians by hundreds of years is that our goddess died. And now what you're telling me is that either they know or they didn't know, and I hope they did know, and they weren't just lying to all of us for hundreds of years that our goddess was alive and trapped.
I understand how that seems crazy, and I have to believe that there's more to it. You know, potentially protecting us from knowing something for our own good. Maybe not, but
Why would we need to be protected from knowing our goddess is alive?
people are foolish
Some people
sometimes.
aren't ready for that yet, Flo.
It is also a matter of control. If you control the information, you control the people.
Of course, information is power, but
That is all there is to it.
so if she's chained, does she not have our power to free us? Are we praying to her?
You can pray to her if you like, but all evidence points to the idea that it doesn't make it to her.
Then
So we have to
who
save
does it
her.
go to?
Some dark entity is stealing her prayers and using them to fuel his own machinations.
What?
But we don't know the specifics of it.
That's why we have to go and get her. We have to save her, put her back in her seat of power, as it should be.
He is scrunching where his eyebrows would be. Oh, my goddess.
Okay,
What in the
y'all are-
entire fuck?
Y'all are overloading his brain. I think
He's
that is enough for now.
Well, mind you, this is Genevieve's issue. She is the one who's overloading Mr. Flo.
I believe in bluntness.
Speaking
Man.
of overloading, how's this
And-
guy that's just been standing there?
Hey, is he
hearing all
over
this-
there
Hey, Goldberg,
flatlining?
you got any opinions, Dwarvish or otherwise?
My
Jonas,
think it's
he
brain
wouldn't be
purpose, so-
speaking at this moment, but he is taking it all in stride. He's got like the most dagger-like stare towards everyone present, and he's absorbing it all intently, and would say, "Aye, this is a lot to take in. So sudden."
You should have seen when we learned it.
So you're telling me you're going to the Demon Waste to save Maferia, right?
Wait,
In
how do you
short-
know where we're going? We never said where we were going.
I did.
She did say Demon Waste.
He did.
Okay.
How
He's
you
more
know? Get
attentive than
him!
you are, Gideon. I know that it may seem not as important as running around freeing slaves, but I've come to appreciate your wit. I have yet to see your acts in action, and I feel like I would like to. Would you like to join us in a crazy mission endeavor?
It is not that crazy. But
Oh, my
Wait.
lady, you're stepping into a lot of shit going to the Demon Waste. You know that.
Hold on.
I know.
Pause on that. Did you say it's not crazy? We're going to go in Demon Waste to fight demons to rescue our goddess that was previously known to be dead and is now somehow alive and has been chained. You're saying that's not fucking crazy?
He's
What's
catching up.
crazy to
Let him-
you?
Let him
Crazy or
catch up.
not is something that must be done, and we are the best suited to do it.
we are, in fact, perhaps the only people suited to do it. If it makes you feel better, saving a few slaves is simply a few. Rescuing Matheria could potentially save an entire continent. Once she is free, she will be able to expand her power and hopefully put to right all that is wrong in the world.
I understand that.
I'm with that.
Go ahead, Golden.
It's just since my time being a Lightborn, I've respected the teachings, the faith, all that Matheria brings to the people of Corvanus. I'll be straight up with you if you're being straight up with me with all this. I will help. You're gonna fucking need it.
Thank the goddess.
How are we
if
going to
we-
protect ourselves from the corruption of the demon ways, first of all?
Please, Flo. I need to get this through, otherwise I won't.
Go ahead, brother.
I've served some time as a Lightborn. Not long, be fair. Like I said, I respect everything Nefaria brings. And for that, you must know, I don't worship her at all. But I respect everything that she brings. For that is why I will help you. Because what she may bring is hope again to the Nefarian people. In a weird, more brighter way. Because I've seen it dwindle over my time so far as Lightborn.
I see.
Do you
And I
happen-
appreciate your honesty.
Farron gives Genevieve an icy glare. Do you happen to use any magics, Mr. Cauldron?
No.
Very well, then. Your lack of faith will not be an issue.
It's not a lack of faith. I have faith. I have faith in the people I meet, the connections I fight for. For that, this connection that you'll share with Nefaria is where we want to fight for. It's a faithful one. For that, I will help.
Then you are welcome to join my team.
As for your query, Mr. Flo, our group has been blessed with certain abilities that should allow us to safely traverse the demon wastes. I can't elaborate further, as I can't say any of us truly understand what that means until we get there. But part of it is how to free Nefaria when we get there, and part of it is getting there at all. It is, in all truth, a bit of a leap of faith.
And I have plenty of that. I could help you. I have spent my life as a tracker, but I will need the map to get us where we're going. What abilities do you have that will protect us? I understand that you're a cleric, but what do you have? What do you mean you can't explain it?
We cannot speak of it yet.
I can't explain them. I don't know how it works. Neither does Mythos or anyone else here. But rest assured,
we don't have the full scope of.
Our goddess protects
First of all, what is it?
is what?
It's this way, Flo. Any sources that we have are Inquisition secrets, and it is on a need-to-know basis. Once we arrive at the Demon Wastes, and you need to know, it will become clear.
Captain, you're being rather cryptic. Be truthful. Do you know how it would work? How our blessing would work to walk through the demon wastes?
Be truthful, Genevieve, as you were truthful to me in telling me that Watcher M had contacted you twice.
Yes.
Can we not argue about?
Yeah.
Can you please just be honest with me right now instead of having a catfight? What is it that you don't know how it works?
It is none of your concern. It is an artifact.
What the fuck do you mean it's none of my concern? I'm going with you to rescue her.
Yes,
Kinda
there's
need
an
to know.
artifact. There's an artifact, and I'm going to lay it plainly because otherwise I'm going to have to listen to him
Genevieve,
bicker all the way there.
we still do not even know where his loyalties lie. We cannot afford another traitor incident.
I have chosen.
I am going with you to rescue my goddess. I can tell you're
chosen to
telling me
trust
the
him.
truth.
Just a moment. Everyone, if you'll excuse me and Mr. Flo. Mr. Galdrin, I will share with you later.
Aye.
Mr. Flo. To the sheep with the hats. Oh wait, that's their faces.
Or we're just gonna go stand by the sheep and argue by the sheep.
First of all, that is their faces. Second of all,
They do
you're
look like cowboy
bothering.
hats.
First of all, and second of all, you're bothering them. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. We're just gonna go bother the sheep and argue by the sheep.
We're in the shade.
We're gonna go bother the poor fucking sheep. I'm gonna be screaming and they're gonna be.
I'm sorry for derailing.
That's the fucking... No, it's great.
Like
It's
little
fine.
cowboy hats. Look at it. The little brim, the little...
They do.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Okay.
take a deep breath.
All right, back in character. All right, let's do this. What is it they want to talk about, Farron?
That is, Captain or Ma'am, Miss Farron, if you will, please. Now, I understand your hesitation to tell your official business in front of the team. They are, as you have witnessed, somewhat inept and very lackadaisical with their training. But as captain, there should, I agree with Genevieve, be no secrets. Tell me exactly everything that Cast told you. Why you're here, what your mission is. Surely it's not just to be friends. I'm very certain that's a cover.
He will put his hand on his chin. When I came, I'll tell you everything that happened. Now that I know what the mission is. After you beat the shit out of me and tied me up, I hobbled out of whatever the cellar, and Alphonse found me. And I, of course, did not have this information that you were given a mission by Trent to go save our goddess. We went to the meeting with all the High Inquisitors. I accused Trent of being a traitor because he just set the scene. It seemed to me conveniently that everybody was called by Trent, and then you had your chance to escape. I made my accusations. I went back and forth. They didn't seem to believe me, but Alphonse sent some deception, and they carried Trent off to go do goddess knows what to him. Then Cass pulled me aside from all the rest of the Inquisitors and told me to come be your friend, because he did not know why you did what you did. He assumed it was the influence of other gods, and that you were going to summon some other god. And he told me to come here to be your friend and to stop you from summoning other gods. That's the truth. Goddess honest.
Nothing else. Details. I am very particular about details.
That's all the details there is.
Give me a moment. I'm writing notes, honestly. Give me a moment.
You see her writing in her little notepad.
In my mind palace, I've pulled out the big notebook and...
You want full transparency?
Yes.
It was me. I stole the pies. It was.
Look, I wear this mask because of what my family did 80 years ago. Okay?
Okay.
I understand you're not going to believe me when I tell you this. But I am an elf, and he will take and remove his mask.
So that is why you were butchering our
I'm an
reindeers
elf.
last night.
I'm sorry.
I'm an elf!
Your ears must be very uncomfortable being stuck in the points of your helmet.
You get used to it. And since I kind of much bigger than the rest of our species, it's very easily to blend in. But as a reminder, he is 6'5".
Yeah, he's huge.
Gigantic elf.
But
I
somebody
am
has
from
a small
Florida.
token.
I am
And-
from Florida!
And what exactly does this have to do with your family?
My family grew up in the Twisting Pines. And they were Matherians. I grew up as one. My father was a helpful guide for the Matherians as I grew up to be. That is why I'm a ranger. My mother casted casted magic and was a healer.
Mm.
Well, I became quite acquainted with the Metherians and became, obviously, strong zealotry towards the faith. Well, they had reports one day of people using ill will for magics and being apostates. And of course, wilted to handle them. There were some eyes that tracked their magic. Well, you could imagine my surprise when it showed up to my house. And while I was out on my traveling, I kind of left home when I was about 20, just living in the forest and kind of making my own way. I kind of was outcasted by the others since I was very brash and obviously a freak of nature comparatively to the other elves. That's why I don't use swords or very much scalpelless. I'm very blunt, hence why my father suggested I use hammers to match my personality. He will pull out his hammer, Storm Surge. And this is a combination of my father's and mother's work. For her, the magic in here is from her, and the hammer is from my father's suggestion. When we came to my parents' house, and since they were it told us it was evil, like my father and my mother were working together to contact other gods. To this day, I don't know which one it was. They were just doing evil magic. To this day, I'm not very inclined, but the eyes said it was apostasy. And with their help, I struck down my parents. With the very weapon that they helped me build, I slayed them with it. And from that day forth, I wore my mask and my cape to hide my identity for shame of my family. It is my recompense, repent for my family name, the Rydemans. That is the honest truth. They weren't even given a burial. I helped build the pyre of which their bodies were burned. And left town to go work for the Metherians for 4 decades. Then became a bounty hunter for 6 of them. Well, about 6, and I've been kind of retiring for the past just under a decade until I answered the call. And that's how you found me. Fighting all those abominations. I took a kinda to study them, making them my preferred enemy of choice, since they are above all the worst kind of evil that walks this continent.
I see. Thank you for sharing. I have
I'm sorry.
several
so
comments.
Much exposition. I will now tell you my backstory.
I love it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've noticed that our kind does seem to suffer more from those sorts of issues. I, too, had to deal with my family in my own way. I don't suppose the church gave you a brand, did they, for your service with them?
No, I'm a free elf, if I understand it. Those were branded. I was not one of them.
Very interesting.
Were you branded?
Of course. I was told, or at least under the impression, that that was how all elves came to join the service of the church.
There are special circumstances, from my understanding.
I suppose. I am quite disappointed in your treatment of Trent. I take it very personally, as he was one of the very few I counted among my friends in the institution of the church.
It's not like I knew the whole circumstances of it. Obviously now I feel terrible. But for what I understood, he helped traitors escape at the time. I did not know the whole scope of the situation. You can be upset, but I did not know the whole truth.
Let us hope upon our return to the Pale City, later of course, once we have rescued Metheria, that he is still alive. If he is dead, I may not be able to stay my hand. You understand.
I understand, but I have a feeling if Matheria comes back, I think everything's going to change.
Of course. That is the intent.
Do you mind telling me about this artifact now?
One final question, Mr. Flo.
Go ahead.
You say that this is the truth, that you are to stop us from summoning other gods, but in essence, we may be summoning Matheria herself. You will not jeopardize it in any way. You will not attempt to put a stop to rescuing her in any way, shape, or form.
I'm quite literally a zealot for Matheria. That's kind of a redundant question to ask.
Very good. As long as I have your word, then I expect you to have an open mind. This team has, as Genevieve has stated, received some information from foreign deities. False gods though they may be, the words that they have spoken have been corroborated by others, and so far have been proven true. As Inquisition, since this mission has been sanctified by the head Inquisitor, yes, we are traitors in name, of course. Any other Matherians we come against would say as much. But the Inquisition gets things done. We get results by thinking outside of the box. And in this instance, outside of the box may mean coming into contact with those other foreign deities. But know that it will only go so far as proving in effort to rescuing Matheria. If it goes further than that, I of course will step in with you and put a stop to it. Do you agree?
How much of that were you telling the truth of?
All of it.
I am with you in that regard, then.
She offers you her hand to shake.
He will shake her hand. I am with you in this endeavor. Only in death does duty end. So if it costs me my life to bring back the goddess, so be it. Now,
Yes, of course. Now, obviously, this information cannot go beyond this group, with the exception of Trent. And she will sleight of hand the rod out of her pack so that he doesn't see what pocket it's in.
I'll make a perception check.
Oh no. Oh
Yay, he knows what's in the bag!
It's in
Finally.
quiver number 2. But you'll notice it's wrapped in one of Trent's silken type cloths
Yeah.
from his office. And she pulls back just a corner of it to show the rod of Matheria.
My God. My goddess.
Yes, this
How-
was, in its original form, the Bell of Matheria. The well-known artifact. It was reforged into a rod, and as such has been repurposed. It is our method of protection in the Demon Waste. And I am the only one who can wield it at this time, that we know of.
Do you mind if I give it a chance? I'm obviously not going to run off with it.
I very much mind. Even Trent was not brash enough to touch it.
Fair enough.
I do intend to attempt to attune to it, I believe was the word Inquisitor Trent used.
By
Whatever
her
that
light,
entails. But
well, by her light guide you. But what is that exactly supposed to do for us?
well, that is what we don't know. I assume it will only activate once we reach the Demon Waste. Or, perhaps, once I attune to it. That is what Genevieve was so unhelpfully trying to describe to you.
And it's still out in the open, correct? You're just holding it in your hand?
I'm wrapping it back up and putting it in
Okay.
quiver number 2, since you know where it is.
Yeah. Arcadum, while she had it out, can I make some sort of check to try to scan it? or make sense of it.
You have Arcana
Okay.
trained?
No.
That's a negative then.
All right. Frown. I can't make any sense of it myself, but if you say so, I'll trust you with that information. And he will put his hood back up. I prefer you not share that information with the others. Kind of
Share
want
what?
to keep my backstory. I want to keep that secret. That's not really any information. It's pretty personal.
Please do not tell anyone else my secretive backstory.
Oh,
You
I
want to
can
know
keep-
my secret identity?
I can keep a secret, although the team has recently been getting onto me for keeping secrets. They don't seem to understand that truth is a commodity, trust is a commodity, and I have not been afforded that luxury in quite some time.
I think you should trust your team more, considering these are the same people who will bleed and die for you, especially for the cause. I understand there's some delicacy to truth, like something that's not mission critical. Like what? I understand some of it. I understand. These fucking sheep. Sorry, forgive me. From my understanding, but my family's history is not mission critical, and that is kind of my secret to share with others.
Of course.
I would appreciate if you keep that to yourself. But
Of course.
if there are other secrets that you would rather not share, but are mission critical, I suggest that you share with them. As of right now, we all share the same goal. To not share with them and share with us as we move forward is not the wisest idea.
A goat walks by.
Oh.
I thought there were only sheep out here, not a goat.
Well, very few people drink sheep's milk.
Fair enough, I guess.
If anyone
The goat
needs
screams.
to drink milk at all. Mm.
What screams? The goat?
The goat.
The goat does one of those screams.
Oh, the screaming goats.
He will grip his hammer in case it turns into some freaking injury.
Seeing you grip the hammer, he lunges forward with his
Gideon,
lance. No.
Can I help you?
He's like that. Don't mind it. He tends to charge off. Genevieve tends to talk too much and also charge off. Mythos is
A
unique.
gooner. Oh, sorry.
I feel like they're talking about me.
You say gooner? That's crazy.
Gideon, do you think they're talking about me?
Well,
I
at
don't know,
least
let me
we've
check.
gotten to more of an understanding.
Indeed
Don't-
we do.
She'll nod.
He'll nod back.
Mr. Galdrin, I suppose you wish to know.
He'll walk up and pet one of these sheep.
The sheep will try to bite you.
How precisely we intend to make our way through the waste.
Not this time, poor fellow, and move
I
over to the other
suppose that'd
sheep.
be good to know.
If you'll come with me, please. And she gives a wary glance at the crown thieves.
Captain, should
All
I
right.
put out my message so that we have all the information that we could possibly have?
If you think it is truly necessary.
I think it would be worthwhile. Maybe. I don't know for sure.
Janik, maybe casting more magic right now is not the best idea.
Am I needed for this conversation, Fairy?
No, it should be fine.
Okay. He will climb the roof of this barn.
I'm
Scan the area.
Oh,
Any specific questions about our mission, Mr. Galdrin?
Aye, well, where from are you going to be entering the Demon Wastes? It's a good question.
Well, currently we are trying to get out of the Pale City, and that has proved to be somewhat difficult.
I can see that.
We were planning up to go through the ice flows. Dead Man's Flow, I believe it is. Perhaps through the ice flows to the other side. It would not do for us to enter from the Metherian-controlled side of the mountain. Perhaps entering from the Dwarvish city, but that might take too long. Mornhowl is in nearly as much turmoil as the city is right now. So I was not certain that we could even find our way in from there. Perhaps Genevieve's message to Watcher M, as distasteful as it is, will provide us more insight. Do you have a suggestion?
Honestly, all that you've mentioned just there is true. Mornhowl is not safe. Not now. Don't know how long it will ever be safe again. But this Watcher M, whatever, maybe that could be a possibility. But this is going to be a struggle. I can already tell.
Yes. When we catch our ferry this afternoon, depending on how it goes, we may decide to travel through the ice flows from Dead Man's Flow, or we may choose to take a different route at that time. I'd wait until we at least get there. In the meantime, this particular artifact, and she pulls the rod and shows the little tip that she showed to Flo. This is the artifact that should give us protection in the Demon Wastes. It is a rod of Our Lady.
Aye, looks a bit small to me.
Perhaps. This is what Genevieve was mentioning. We're not entirely sure how it works. If it's an aura, if it's only specifically towards the wielder, if it's meant to be a weapon. We don't really know. But hopefully, during our travels, it will provide us the time we need to figure it out. Or, once we step foot in the Demon Wastes, it will just automatically activate. Either is acceptable to me.
That's a lot of ifs. You know that.
My life is built on ifs. It's rather a game. If one person makes this move, then I in turn will make my move. If they move that particular piece on the board, then I will respond in kind. It is how life works, is it not?
I can agree with that. I've lived my life on a lot of ifs. And maybe if this works, perhaps it can help me in the long run. It will.
She nods.
May I ask you this? When you hear the name Greyspine, what do you think? Be honest. Brutal even.
Farron thinks for a moment. I'm not entirely sure that I have heard that name in my travels.
Well, it's not a well-known name. Think of it as a forced name upon a clan, as it were.
Mm.
It is a sign of weakness, cowardice, and not to be trusted.
Really?
Aye, that'd be the founding factors they placed upon it.
I would have said, I suppose, that it carried a lot of pain with it. But
You have no idea the pain it gives me every day.
perhaps you would consider a change in name. Why can you not pick a name for yourself and make a life of it?
It's not that simple.
Is it not?
When your own people brand your clan with this name, you're stuck with it. You have to make do. You have to live it every day.
Perhaps it is a dwarvish custom. I've changed my name many times. For certain missions. And thusly changed personalities as well. Made a new life in each one.
Well, that might be your specialty, but not mine, honestly.
Then in that case, I would say, show them that they were wrong to give you that name. Prove to them that you are deserving of more honor and respect.
My 98 years of living, that is all I've been doing. Trying to redeem a name that was forced upon me and try to make it a better one. And it has been a bloody path. Mostly upon my own back and body. But maybe...
Oh, go ahead.
Doing something this extreme help save Matheria, as it were. Maybe. That could be a redemption that I need. Who knows? Might be fool's luck if I think it might work, but... Hell, you all seem genuine. You have your issues, I can tell that straight off. But like I said, I don't have faith in Matheria, but I respect what she brings. And I have faith that your mission is just. And I believe that my acts will be best served helping you in this endeavor.
I'm glad you think so. As I mentioned before, your ideals will not be a problem. You and I are far more similar than first glance may say.
Aye.
Welcome aboard, as long as you don't mind being associated with such a motley crew as this. It's rather a damper on... It's sometimes, in fact, too much for words.
Aye, but that's
'Cause of the
sometimes the
halflings.
best.
Yes, because of the halfway.
Aye, that'd be true. But I have to agree. Your group is unique in all different facets, and that is a good thing. Too many people being the same, it just makes it boring. How can you truly enjoy company if everyone was the same?
You find this company enjoyable?
No, it's hilarious.
Well, at least one of us is getting some enjoyment out of it.
But I do admit, you all have tight-knit connections in your own way. And I respect it, and I envy it.
Well, perhaps you'll have a chance to form those commitments or connections.
Aye. It'll be a challenge indeed. But I'm looking forward to it.
Welcome aboard.
Aye. Pleasure.
I've sent my message, Captain. I merely wait for a response.
I see. You're awfully bright. Don't you have a purging potion you could take?
I don't want to deplete our resources any further than I have to. I can sweat it off.
That is not the point. The point is that we are being hunted. And you are bright.
Calvin, would one of y'all have a purging potion? I might
Flo will
have
walk up and pull a purging potion out of his
Stop
pocket and
trying
hand
to
it to her.
feed me purging potions. I have them. I have some.
Then use one.
Tylen will look up and will say, "What do you want?"
You have a purging potion I could buy off of you.
Sorry, mate, we need him. Speaking of which, we should probably be heading out.
Good luck to you.
To you as well.
Look, I have purging potions.
All right.
This is fine.
The hour grows late if you're going
We have
to
to
make
go.
it.
We have to go to the boat. We'll hopefully get a response soon. I'll take my cloak back from Hill. You ready to go? We have a long way to run again.
Oh, we'll get up. Okay.
Crap,
You need-
it's the halfling that needs to wear the collar.
Do you need a boost? Piggyback? I can carry you for a little while.
No, I'll be okay.
Okay.
Genevieve,
Sure,
I
lad.
must.
You look a bit like you're gonna fall over.
What was that, Captain?
I must insist. Take a potion.
Fine, I will take one, but I just I don't want to waste. Fine.
We can purchase more.
So be it. Let's go. Before we miss our ship.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna
Alright,
pick up Hill and
let's-
Princess carry him because he is obviously too weak.
Alright.
I will
He
nod
doesn't-
my thanks.
He doesn't really resist. All right. Yes.
I wanted to stealth check the party before we head off.
Don't worry. You don't have to do that. All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
as the party makes their way through the wilderness, walking around the inn and towards the docks where they were instructed, they make it just barely on time. Moments before the the vessel was about to take off on the river. You make your way towards it, leap aboard, and as you do so, the boat bobs and the barge moves down the river. And your party towards an unknown fate.
Rad.
All
And
right.
if we're finally far enough away, I'll uncollar Gideon.
All right.
On the boat?
On a boat full of strangers?
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so that will conclude Dark Sermons Act 3.
Yay.
Yay.
So over the course of the break, we'll be picking back up at Act 4. I'll also be doing your equipment and stuff too, Cauldron, so don't worry about that. Yeah. Good stuff,
Yay.
guys.
Yeah.
Wah, no level 8. Wah.
The Crown Thief stole
I
our
guess.
XP from all the SCTC.
I mean,
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna do level ups. What?
Yay.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
good.
A lot of you are just impatient. That's what this
What?
is.
No, I was just memeing because the bandits came and killed everything.
True, they did.
True. You stole my kills, you rat bastard.
All right, let's go ahead and do those level ups really quick. We're gonna start with you, Goldrin. All right, Goldrin. I need you to roll for me 1d10 minimum 6. Okay. This level you get Spirit Rush. Would you like to explain to the good people what that is?
Yes, I shall. Whenever you become conscious from being defeated, you may stand up and re-equip your weapons as a triggered action. Standing up does not cost you movement. In addition, for 1 round, your attacks are considered critical hits if they hit their targets. When making a death save, you increase the threshold of critically passing by an amount equal to your legacy of war.
Excellent.
Wait.
Ooh.
You also gain a general feat and a roll feat. Which feats would you like to use?
Oh, I had no idea I was getting this, to be honest.
That's okay. You don't have to choose them now. You can just
We
pick
can
over
pick
the
them
break.
over break.
You can pick them over
Okay.
break. You guys don't have to choose anything now.
Yay!
Pretty much the only thing I need to do is roll your HP.
Hmm.
So we'll just leave that to the side for you now there, Goldrin. Flo, you're up next.
Yes.
I need you to roll for me a 1d10 minimum 6.
Okay. 1. Is it slash roll? Slash R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, slash R.
1d10 min 6. I think that's right. I might have fucked it up. Damn. No loaded. I rolled a 1. Unfortunate.
All right, this level you get wet work weapons. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
I have with light weapons, their critical threshold increased by 1 when wielded by me. Attacks with short bow and longbow deal 2 additional bleed with arrows that deal impale damage.
Very good. And you can just give me your list of feats and stuff over the break.
Yeah, my I'm gonna choose my advanced martial feat, which is gonna be Rip and Tear. Increases my critical threshold by 1. In addition, whenever you score a critical hit on an enemy, you reduce the AR/SR. If you can affect it, of the opponent by an additional amount equal to your proficiency modifier. This occurs even if no damage would normally be dealt. And my general feat, I'll get +2 to wisdom.
Okay.
Giving me another grit.
I see.
Yes.
Alrighty, next up is Farron.
Mm-hmm.
Farron, roll for me 1d8, minimum 5. Alright, this level
Cool.
you get Confession. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
Sure thing. Confession is whenever you perform your first social role against a creature or group of creatures, you may choose to enter an interrogation. And if you do, you may add your character level to your intimidation, persuasion, deception, and insight checks. In addition, you can once, during an interrogation, gain the benefits of the Detect Thoughts spell. This effect will last for 1 minute.
Well done. Mythos.
Yes.
And you could have used that 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
1d8, min 5, please. Alright, this level you get Grandmaster. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
Yes, Grandmaster. I gain an advanced fighting style. Then, if I have 2, I select 2 advanced fighting styles I know. Meeting the parameters of one of those fighting styles now counts as meeting the parameters of both. This can allow effects to work when normally they wouldn't. But the DM decides the ordering of these effects.
And what advanced fighting style would you like to choose?
I will pick that over the break.
Okay, that's fine.
But the one thing I am picking... Go ahead.
You can just give it to me, all your selections over the break, is fine.
Yeah. Well, there is one thing I am definitely taking for my advanced Wanderer feat.
Okay.
I am taking Pale Halo, the advanced Wanderer feat, which makes me immune to corruption.
Ooh, okay. Ginny! Oh,
Barbarian.
big power spike on this one.
Let's
Roll
go.
me a D12 at minimum 7.
Let's see that
Yes.
max roll.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, at least
I
it
would
was
have rolled a
actually a
7
7.
anyway.
Alright,
Yeah.
this level, you get Vitality Surge. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
Indeed. Whenever an ally is healed by me, that ally gains an increased critical threshold on their weapon by 1 for 1 round.
Holy shit.
So, that stacks, and you count as an ally. To be clear.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
Level
boy.
8 is very good for Shaman.
Oh my
Mm.
god! So if you heal me, my critical threshold is 15.
If I heal you twice,
It's
somehow.
14.
Yes.
Oh,
If
god.
I get healed multiple times by you guys critting around me, I get to crit something. Yay! Not that it's worth.
Yeah, and then I fucking kill him, yeah.
Kill him. I'm gonna take the journal feat tough, so that I don't go down near as easy as I have been. And I'm going to be taking lesser divine apotheosis finally.
Hell
Lesser
yeah.
divine
Gross.
apotheosis.
I'm to be under control over here.
Time to be unkillable
Yeah.
for 3 rounds.
Excellent. Good job.
Yes.
Gideon. 1d10 min 6.
Sag.
Damn, we got hit with a min buff.
This level, you get Hallowed Edge. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
I would love to. Whenever I would deal damage with a melee weapon against an evil aligned character, I will deal twice as much damage to their AR. In addition, if I'm fighting a fiend, I always deal my cut damage with my weapon, regardless if they have itemized AR or not.
Nice.
And but the damage can still be reduced as normal. So I get to fuck up fiends in the demon way.
Excelente.
All right, everyone's leveled. Give me whatever feat selections or anything else that you need throughout the break. Just at me, and we'll get it. And also, I mean, Cape will also be given a bunch of stuff, and you'll go through and fix your tokens as well. And everything should be good to go. And as always, if you have any next season art, please send that as well, so we can get your tokens set up.
Awesome.
I'm looking at
Cool.
you, artists.
There's some stuff cooking. I'm waiting.
I'm content. For once.
I'm waiting. There's something cooking.
But travel gear.
I might
Travel gear.
I might update Hill's art. I'll throw you an updated Hill art.
Hey, what's Hill's level 8?
It's Hill's level. What does Hill get?
His eyes are bothering me because this one's a little bit lower, and when you flip him, it becomes more apparent. I've got to fix that. Always flip your art, artists. Always hold it up to a mirror.
It
The other
bothers
way.
me.
But just for chat's sake, I'm taking Tough for my general and Exorcist's Wrath for my advanced martial feat.
Rad.
Alrighty. Looks good. Everything seems good. Alright, thanks, guys.
Thanks
chat
for
room.
running for it.
No problem. Chat room, I will see you in an hour for Gallows and Gold.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, no fear.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hold on. There's fan art.
It's
Let me go see.
Oh,
good.
fan art.
All
Just a
right.
really
It's-
a little fan art.
I missed it.
Rinko's over here popping off.
They go get it. Hold on.
Yeehaw.
Please don't do that.
Violet cheap.
I'm just sad we didn't get the Uno reverse when Flo Reitiman revealed his face and didn't say, "I am your father."
Farron to Galdrim, I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah, imagine. It's like, I am your father, Fenton. I am
Y'all
not
got
dead.
some water? Yeehaw!
Oh.
All right.
Incredible.
Now we're good to go. Bye-bye,
Yes.
everybody.